Today we're making applesauce. Why? Because I bought a bunch of apples and I need to get rid of them. This is GamerKitchen.
Hey Leisure Gamers, so today we went to a local apple orchard where they have over 700 trees, and we've been talking with the staff about all the different apples that they produce, and we've been tasting some. We've tasted some that are more tart and mealy, some that are really sweet but really crispy, and deciding how we want to prepare them. Do we want to do an applesauce? Do we want to make apple pie? Or maybe just slice them up like my favorite way and eat them with peanut butter.
Now you're probably thinking, Luke, that's a lot of apples. Well, then I probably shouldn't show you what's in my refrigerator. So maybe the refrigerator is a little excessive, but the reason I stocked up on it is because this type of apple is a regent. It has a very crisp texture, it's very juicy and sweet. As opposed to this apple, which is a Haralson. It's more of a cooking apple or baking apple. It has a less crisp texture, but it's still juicy and somewhat sweet. So we're going to use this type of apple to make our applesauce.
For equipment, we'll need a cutting board and paring knife. For this recipe, we need to make smaller, more precise cuts, so the paring knife will work better than our usual chef's knife. We also need some kind of pot with a lid and a spoon to stir the applesauce. I'm going to use the new heat-resistant spatula that I picked up the other day. Lastly, we'll need a potato masher and a peeler. First, we need to wash, peel, and core the apples. Start at either the top or the bottom of the apple, and while keeping the peeler in place, rotate the apple with the other hand to make a continuous peel. Cut as close as you can to the stem indent, but we'll take care of the rest of the stem when we core the apples. I like to try and make the longest peel possible, just for fun. This is the longest cut that I made. Think you can beat it? Once all the apples have been peeled, slice each one in half. Then half the apple again to get quarters, then slice the quarters in half once more. This size will be small enough for the apple to cook and break down easily. Then use a paring knife to core each of the slices, removing any seeds and leftover skin. Next, we'll need to juice some lemon. Start by rolling the lemon under your palm to break down the citrus fibers, making it easier to juice. Then slice the lemon in half and place one half face down on the cutting board. Take the paring knife and cut about 4 strips off the lemon peel, trying your best to leave the white rind behind. These strips, along with the juice, will cook with the apples, which will balance the sweetness and add a fragrant component to the applesauce. When squeezing the lemon, use your natural sieve by cupping your hand to catch any seeds that fall out. Add the brown sugar, white sugar, salt, cinnamon, and water to a pot, as well as the lemon peel and the freshly squeezed lemon juice. Bring the mixture to a boil over high heat. Once boiling, add in the apples. Stir to coat the apples in the sugary mixture. Then reduce the temperature to medium-low and cover for about 20 minutes. It might look like there isn't enough liquid for the amount of apples, but as the apples cook, they'll release their moisture. It doesn't hurt to stir a couple times while cooking, but the apples will be fine if left undisturbed. Depending on the apple variety, such as tart or semi-sweet, and your personal taste, the sugar amount will vary. The same goes for the lemon juice, so if you use less sugar, make sure that you cut back on the lemon as well. It could take less than 20 minutes for the apples to cook, but once they're easy to mash, squash the apples with the potato masher. This is the time for you to make that perfect applesauce consistency you can't find in the store. Do you like to leave it slightly chunky, or mash it up until it's smooth? You can serve it hot, or refrigerate it for later. The applesauce holds up really well in the freezer. My batches never make it that far though. Served with a little cinnamon on top, it makes a great breakfast or a snack in the afternoon. Just be careful to discard the lemon peels before serving. Alright Leisure Gamers, you know the drill. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll see you next time.